Mexico. Okay, so we start sending cocaine to
Estados Unidos?
Sí, to Estados Unidos. Yes, it was from the prison escape from Mazatlan, yes. And I start working with a group of people from Mission County in Texas. But they're all cops.
Now, Mission County in Texas, what's the biggest city in Mission County? Is that Laredo or?
No, it's called Mission.
Mission.
Mission is right in front of Reynosa.
Reynosa, okay.
Reynosa is on one side, and Mission is on the other side, and then there's another town that's called McAllen.
McAllen, I see,
McAllen,
okay.
and I think McAllen is in front of...
down by Brownsville, isn't it? Somewhere in that area?
Near Brownsville, McAllen, and the town in Mexico is Matamoros.
Okay. Well, that way people, when they're, maybe if they want to go check their Texas map, they'll know where we're talking about. So.
Sure. So the group of people that we're selling the cocaine to we're selling cocaine and weed to this group of people. But all of them their last name is De La Garza. One is Munoz, and the other one is De La Garza. And they're Texans from very traditional Texas people. They've lived in the border for a long time, since the Alamo and everything.
Okay, 100 years or more.
Yes, and one of them is Arturo Munoz, and he's a cop in Houston.
Okay.
But he's the guy that received the cocaine. And there's Bobby De La Garza, is his partner. And Bobby De La Garza is the head of the bridge of customs in the bridge, man.
Hey, Bobby, we're coming over with the load.
So that's an example how Americans are also corrupt, man. So now I'm working with the law now, which I have never done because I've always been
on the other side.
Yes, on the other side, not work with the law, you know. But now I'm working with Bobby De La Garza and Arturo Munoz, and is the middle right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So we make this a good trip to Texas, and we used to send all our cocaine with another Guatemalan associate. But he would go and get to Texas with 2 kilos, 3 kilos of coke, and he'd take like 2 months to come back. And what he would do is that instead of going there and selling the cocaine immediately, he'd go rent an apartment and start selling grams and having a
instead of selling half a pound or a pound at a time. He's little tongue.
Yes, and so here we're really furious in Guatemala because we're waiting for money and we have to pay the Colombians, and this guy never comes. And then this Munoz, instead of paying with cash, he used to pay with Rolex watches and diamond rings and things that we didn't really want. So then I said, fuck it, man, I'm going to go myself and set all this thing in its right perspective. And I arrived over at Texas. I fly to Houston and go down to McAllen, and to McAllen to Mission County, where these people I told you are really well known. But they know all the smugglers. There's a bit, all the smugglers.
Sure, yeah.
But like I said, one of them is a cop and the other one is a custom agent. Right? And as a matter of fact, that time the time I went, we go in a van, and we take in the van. We pull the sides of the sidewalls of the van with like 150 pounds of weed and like 3 or 4 kilos of coke. And we drive to America, and we arrive in Reynosa. pass all of Mexico. There's a headache, there's a big nerve, and there's roadblocks and everything. But we make it all the way to Reynosa, and there they pick us up, and there they have a house on the Reynosa side where we unload everything. And next day, the gardener of the Munoz family lived in Reynosa.
Okay.
But every day he wakes up in Reynosa and goes to work in
Across the border. Yes.
in the Munoz's family house. And so next day we load all we go in Bobby Garza's car, the head of the customs department. We're there like that, and behind is the gardener with the car full of weed and 3 or 4 kilos of coke.
So he was a good gardener.
And then we go past the bridge normally, and Bobby is there, and then he gets to the guy that checks, and he says, the car right behind me. Oh, am I happy to see you, says the guy at the border, you know, because he knows he's going to get his money for all that. Yeah, his cut. And we go right in to Texas with no problem. I arrive there and sell all the weed. Instead of asking $1,000 for a pound, we get like 400. But immediately.
Yeah.
2-3 days.
We're gone.
And the kilos are, I don't remember the prices that, but they got sold in 4 days.
So you got your money.
And I got my money, and I'm ready to go back and make another trip.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. So I buy a Bronco over there in the border.
Now this is not the one that O.J. Simpson was in, right?
More or less like O.J. Simpson's. And I said, okay, guys, I'm back to Mexico. And I call my Colombian guy and tell some guy in Guatemala, so okay, bring the 2 keys of coke and come and meet me in Mexico. So I go down to Mexico and I call my girlfriend, who's the mother of Aniva, now the girl you met yesterday. And I say, you come also, let's meet me in Mexico City. And we're back to America, and we're going to be millionaires here. Because
no
now I'm now on top of things, and now I'm seeing that things should be sold at the correct price. We make, imagine the kilo, we would buy it in the equivalent of $40 in Mexico.
A kilo.
A kilo.
Of
weed. And we will get $400 just passing the border.
Okay, so the kilo is 2.2 pounds. And so you pay $40 for it, you sell it for $400.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're selling for $400 a pound.
Yeah.
That means the kilo is $1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, so it's a gigantic and beautiful business.
40 to 1,000.
And the kilo of cocaine, I don't remember, but I think it was something at the time like, I don't know, maybe $17,000 or $18,000. But just right there, you know. And I used to get the kilo of coke like at $4,000 or $5,000 for the price the Colombians would charge me here. So I work with these 2 brothers, are my partners. One is the guy that the fuck up the only time that goes to Texas never comes, and he's a real drinker, you know, and a real drinker. And every time he would come back to Guatemala, with no money, just to go pay the cocaine. His excuse would say, es que me agarraron de goma.
That means what?
They got me with a hangover. That would be his excuse. Oh, we would say, why the fuck with it? Es que me agarraron de goma. So, motherfucker, he was terrible. So I come back with my Bronco, really new, and I'm going to fill all the walls with the Bronco. And I get down to Mexico. I go to the Mexico airport. I'm coming really fast because the plane flight where my girlfriend is supposed to arrive is already. I get there like 5 minutes before the plane arrives, and I start waiting for her, and she never comes out, man. I'm waiting in the airport with calling Guatemala. What happened? And they keep telling me, she got on the plane, man. She should be there. So I'm speaking on the phone, but what happened is that the Mexican, those corrupt assholes or whatever, they have her downstairs. They're not letting her in.
They had her in
they
custody.
They wanted to screw her or something. She was a very attractive girl, you know. So I wait like 4 hours, and I said she never came. And I believe in the airport, and I have a last glance, and I see her sitting there. I love it. So now I'm really happy because she's with me, and I immediately go back to the Bronco and drive immediately down to so it's a town in Veracruz, Mexico, where I'm supposed to meet the guy that's coming to Guatemala with the keys, and like 100 miles away from I'm going to go load the weed. Right? So we get into this place, Mexico. If I look at the map, I'll remember the town of there, and we have a big party. Me and my girl and the two guys. These two guys are Guatemalan, but they're from European descent, also like Chofo, right?
Oh, okay.
When I told you, and they're blonde, they have blue eyes, and they look like Americans, like Chad, let's say, but taller. So we go to that restaurant, we ask for shrimp, have a meal, man, it's gonna get cold. And the chili is very hot.
We're okay.
So we start drinking tequila like crazy. And then they get so drunk that the two brothers have a big fight between them. That's in the hotel, and they hit each other and everything. And then the guy that used to say that he had a hangover, one of them gets in his car, the guy that has the coat, and takes back and comes back, takes back the road to Guatemala. And the other one says, I can't hack it, this hangover is so good, man. And then he goes to take a bus and comes back in the bus to Guatemala. So I'm left there alone with the girl, the kilos of coke, and I said, fuck it, what is this whole shit? I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself.
Let's do it.
Yes, no, I drive down the 100 miles that I went into this place called Matias Romero. Matias Romero is 14 kilometers away from El Mezquite, the place where I took the cops to. And that night I leave my old lady in the hotel, and I go and I load the car up, I hide everything, I go back with her and take the drive back to Mexico. I drive all the way just by myself from here, and I didn't have enough air on my tires, you know. So in some place like San Luis Potosí, I got 4 flat tires, and I'm all loaded up with weed. So I go into a motel over there, and